everyone, welcome back for another episode of Adams for the Love of Movie Picks, and welcome to 2024, folks. I'm sorry it has taken me so long into 2024 to do a video, but 2024 has been off to a busy start for me. I just haven't had the time, and I've been enjoying some movies in between, doing videos. I've been watching some good movies there. Rewatched The Meg. I watched The Meg 2, which was pretty good. Watched some old classics that I'd never seen before, like Jean-Claude Van Damme film, Lionheart. I've been watched all the Die Hards again. I've just been enjoying myself, watching movies again, just to get myself back in the groove here. And here we are, we're back, and I hope you guys have had a fantastic 2024 so far. So here we go, folks. First film of 2024. I thought we'd start off with a bang, and I do mean that literally. We are going to be talking about the 2011 Indonesian film, The Raid. Now, being that it's an Indonesian film, obviously the language is Indonesian. You can watch, I know it's annoying at times to watch subtitles, but let me tell you, folks, you don't need to understand the language in order to enjoy this film. This is a straight-up action film. The title on this, the I don't know what you want to call it, the headline on the case describes this perfectly. 1 minute of romance, 99 minutes of non-stop carnage. Non-stop action, too. It's hard to believe this movie came out 13 years ago. That blows my mind. It feels like just yesterday this movie came out. But it's a great film, and that's why I thought I'd pick it, to start 2024 off with a bang. The only well-known actor that you probably would recognize in this movie is Iko Uwais, plays Rama. He's an Indonesian action star, and he's very well versed in martial arts. He does all of his own stunts in this movie. It's absolutely bonkers. The only other one that I recognize, I can't place him from what movie he's been in before, but I know I've seen him somewhere, is Joe Taslim, plays Jaka. The one guy, even though I don't really recognize him from any films, he plays his character absolutely phenomenally well, is Yehan Ruhian. Plays Mad Dog. We'll get to him in a minute. So basically this movie is about an Indonesian SWAT team going into this apartment block that is completely controlled by a ruthless drug lord. All the tenants are, criminals and will do his bidding at the snap of a finger. So this SWAT team is going in to apprehend him. What they don't know is they've been lied to, and it's funny, it's an Indonesian film. For some reason, there's one random white guy that speaks Indonesian in this film, played by Pierre Gruno, plays Wahyu. And he basically has set up the Indonesian team, SWAT team, and led them into a trap, basically. They are spotted, the building gets locked down, and they are in for literally the fight of their lives. One by one, they are slowly taken out by most of the criminals until there's only a couple left. One of them being Rama. Rama is actually supposed to be the rookie on this team. He's been a cop for a little bit, but this is his first time being, he's just newly transferred to the Indonesian SWAT team. And basically, he ends up being by himself. What I love about this, it's a simple, straight-up action film. Very easy storyline to follow, but the fight scenes are so epic because, like I said, Iko Uwais does all his own stunts. He's a lot like Tony Jaa. And the fight scenes are some of the best choreographed fight scenes I've seen in any movie. And I know that's saying a lot because in the history of cinema, there's some great choreographed fight movies, like, the classic Kung Fu movies, The Matrix. There's so many good ones, but this is in the top 10 easily, just because of how cool it is. There's so many. So it starts out. It almost becomes de-weaponized as the movie goes along. So they start out. They have their guns, their SWAT rifles, their pistols. Then it slowly trickles down to knives, and then eventually they've only got their fists and their feet and their brains in order to help them get out of this situation. And Rama is one of the best trained among them, even though he's one of the youngest. And just the fight scenes that are in it are just absolutely epic. Like, there's one scene where he's fighting, like, 5 dudes with, like, machetes. And he's dodging and ducking and getting out of the way, and it's just absolutely insane. But it doesn't it isn't in a way that seems absolutely ridiculous if you know how to fight and, you know, do these kind of things. It's very believable. That's the other thing, too. There's some fight movies that the fight scenes are just so over the top for cinema purpose that it just looks absolutely I mean, it looks cool, but it's absolutely ridiculous from a believable standpoint. This one is very believable. If you know, if you could see someone who knows how to fight like Rama's character does, you could totally believe them fighting like this. Seems the only thing that seems a little far-fetched is him going through an entire apartment block full of bad guys and fighting them, but still, it's cool for movie purposes. So basically, you know, he has the fight scene with the machete, and in my opinion, the absolute best fight scene is pretty much is the final fight scene in the movie against the top henchman, Mad Dog. There's a reason why he's called Mad Dog. This dude is just, the way he fights is insane. Like, you first see him fight the sergeant, Jaka, one-on-one. And, you know, give Jaka credit. He put up a good fight. But this dude is just on another level. Like, he knows how to fight, but it's also the way he fights. He fights with an intensity and a fury that is just absolutely terrifying. He literally fights like a mad dog. Like, he's flipping and jumping and kneeing and just flying all over the place, you know, while he's fighting. And, you know, after he kills Jaka, you know, in the end, you'll find something out about Rama and one of the bad guys, but let's just say there's a fight scene with him and one of the bad guys against Mad Dog. And the two of them, I mean, they're putting up a good fight, but dude, Mad Dog is kicking their ass. And that fight scene is legendary. Like, this fight scene goes on for like almost 5 minutes. It's madness. And just one of the best fight scenes I've seen in movie history. Really, really good. And, you know, and then of course they get the main bad guy, Tama, who's the drug lord, and take him into custody. And I'll leave it at that. I don't want to give too much more away in case you haven't seen this. But if you haven't seen this, folks, you need to do yourself a favor. Check this movie out. You will not be disappointed if you've never seen The Raid before. Even if you have, watch it again because it is that good. I can't even count the number of times I've seen this, folks, but it is really good. So check it out. So there we are, folks. Obviously, The Raid is not meant for a younger audience. It's a rated R movie. Lots of violence, language. Yeah, so definitely an adult film, but really good. So there we are, folks. That's the first video of 2024. Again, I do apologize that it took me this long into 2024 to get a movie out there or a video out there, but it's just been, like I said, a busy time for me. So hopefully from here on in, I'll be getting one out once a week, every Sunday, for your viewing pleasure. So there we are, folks. You take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next week.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.